How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for habitsv2.com. Today's video is how to beat fear and anxiety through timeouts. This is one of our 100 videos in 100 days. We're trying to get as many people to stop drinking alcohol as possible. Between now, December and March, we'll be putting out these videos. So if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe and you'll see these coming by. You'll get a notification if you hit on that bell. They'll come by every day. So today's video is think about fear and anxiety in stopping drinking alcohol in any of this journey. I mean, most fear and anxiety it manifests itself as discomfort, right? And most of the discomfort, most of the fear and anxiety is up here. It's in your head, right? Most of the fear is in your head. Most of the anxiety is in your head, and it's uncomfortable at most. It's not going to cause you any physical harm. Mostly the fear and anxiety comes from the change. It comes from stepping outside of the thing that you're used to, even if that thing is causing you a lot of damage, and stepping out and into something that you don't know. And it's that fear of the unknown that causes the anxiety. And as with all the discomfort, you can turn up the dial or turn down the dial depending on the stories that you say to yourself inside your own head. So staying in that fear zone, just understand that all discomfort is short-lived, right? It doesn't last long. It doesn't last long in the length of time. So it's like a craving. If you get up and do something else, the anxiety or the fear will dissipate very quickly if you can change your mind about things. And it all depends on, as I said, what you do up here in your head. You hold the controls to this. Think about it like a big knob on one of the old stereos that you can either twist the volume up, or you can twist the volume down. It's exactly the same thing. If you tell yourself, I can't take this, I can't do this, I feel myself hyperventilating, I feel myself going into panic mode, what am I going to do? So I can't remember the guy's name now. He used to call it catastrophizing. One of the cognitive behaviorists. Anyway, catastrophizing is where you think about the future in terms of it is going to be a catastrophe, that there is no choice out of this. You can't make it happen any other way. And some people just the stories that they tell themselves are leading to that inevitable outcome. You can also tell yourself the stories, I can do this. I'm getting stronger every day. The more I don't do this, the more I don't poison myself, the more I don't put this shit inside my body, the stronger I'm getting, right? Bit by bit, by bit by bit, day by day, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with that single step. That's what we have to think about. You can't take step 10 before you've taken step 2. You have to do it like this. So it's one step after the other, one step after the other. And the more you do this, it's like the laddering up process. We talk about this a lot in the program. As you're moving up through this, as you're experiencing life without alcohol, you're gradually laddering up in life. So you're able to see things from a different perspective. Now we've got a laddering down process, which is also, it's getting your mind away from the drinker's mind, right? So you have to unlearn some things, you have to break down some things, break apart some of the things that you're doing, breaking apart some of the behaviors, the ways of thinking, the different rituals and routines that you do. Some of those you have to break apart, or you have to break apart certain thought patterns and think, well, why am I thinking that way? I don't have to think that way. So there's a lot of breaking down that you have to do, but it's a simultaneous thing. So you're breaking down, you're laddering down at the same time as you're laddering up. I know it sounds a bit complicated because it's sort of not complicated. It's something that we do, as we say, step by step. So don't worry about it at this stage. It's a really simple way of looking at things. It's just to try and give you a basic idea of where you're going in life. So that laddering up thing, that short-lived notion that you hold the controls of your anxiety, is just meant to say to you, look, if you tell yourself that you can do this, if you tell yourself that you're strong, if you tell yourself, what can I do at this moment to relieve the anxiety of myself, that is heading towards a place where you're turning the volume down, right? So I think when I'm talking about timeouts, distraction is one of the key things that you can do earlier on, right? It's one of the simplest things that you can do. And I'm talking about distraction where you're breaking the continuity of your thoughts. So your thoughts are heading down this road. I can't do this. I'm getting all these feelings of cravings. I'm getting a headache. I'm feeling a bit ill. Blah blah blah. And it's the more you do this, the more you're heading down a certain track. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to insert something where you're breaking that thought pattern. And one of the best ways of doing this is to take a distraction timeout. So for me, walking was the big one. So I get out of the house, get out of the way from where I was. I'd go down to the beach where we were living or go up into the mountains. I'd just walk around the block, stick in some earbuds, listen to some music. I used to listen to audiobooks, listen to some people who were talking positive, and that helped. I used to listen to this one guy over and over and over and over, and just the name escapes me at the moment. But I used to listen to one video in the first couple of weeks that I was there, and it doesn't matter who it was because it was what helped me at that time, and it might not help you, so there's no point in me telling you. But something like that, somebody who's talking positive. Now you can instead of walking, if you don't want to walk, you can run, you can dance, you can just breathe, get out there and walk up and down and breathe, clear your mind, right? Fill your mind with positivity, fill your mind with positive thoughts. So it's anything that you can do to stick a distraction there, stick a spoke into the negative thoughts. They're your thoughts. You control these thoughts. Like I said, you control the story. You control the narrative that's going on behind the scenes. And the narrative is, look at the narrative like it's the continuation of the story. So you're one story here, one story there, one story there, and it's this. The narrative is the general direction that those stories are going to take you. And generally, people who are drinking, the stories are not taking them into a good place, because as soon as they feel any negativity or they feel like something's getting tough, they drink. That's the way I used to do things. So anyway, I'll stop it from here today. If you haven't taken the preparation course yet, please go over and take it. It's absolutely free. It's less than an hour. You can click on the link down below and it will take you over there. Just leave your name and email address. Like I say, it's less than an hour. It takes you through, gives you clarity about how to change some of your thoughts. 99% of the stuff that I teach is about thinking, about changing your mindset. It's about changing the frame of mind that you're looking at the world. It's like putting on a different pair of sunglasses. Instead of these glasses like this, you're putting on a pair of not rose tinted glasses, but it's just you're looking through life through a different frame, and the frame that you look at life from, the cognitive frame, is going to shift your perspective. So if you're looking at life through a negative frame, you're going to look at the world negatively. But if you can manufacture a positive frame, you're manufacturing positive stories, you're manufacturing a positive overall narrative, then it's a lot better for you. So the course gives you clarity on that, gives you confidence through that clarity, and gives you some courage to actually step across the line and to start living your life without alcohol, and living your life for yourself, and living your life for thinking about things, not hiding from things. All right, I know it's only an hour. We're not going to cover a load of stuff in there, so but there's enough in there to sort of give you a taste of what we do over on Habits V2, and just to get you started. So that's the general aim. So unless your fear and anxiety is completely chronic, right, you control the discomfort, because that's all it is. You can deal with it. You've got the power to turn this up or turn it down. All right, listen, take care of yourself. Subscribe if you haven't. We will see you again tomorrow. Onwards and upwards.